Professor Marango was my mwalimu, professor at Kenyatta University, me and Professor Mugenda, and she went ahead to become the first vice chancellor of Nasalini University. So I'm humbled to see her here, and as you're asking, who are your mentors? Here I have my mentor. And as you know, you have several mentors. We know that now better. Your Excellency, we are the young, youthful ladies. Because when I was at CSW just 2 weeks ago, I learned mentorship. We can also learn from younger people. Just as I want to see as Mochero saying, we are also learning. So it has become like a 360 mentorship. You must have those who are ahead of you, those who are parallel, and those who are younger. And I'm sure that mentorship, I think, will make it possible to see whatever struggles we have is doable. So I want to thank all of you for coming, and also especially also thank the organizing committee, because to put an event of this nature is not easy, especially that team was led by Honorable Shebesh, and I want to thank them as well. The theme for this International Women's Day 2019 is Think Equal, Build Smart, and Innovate for Change. This brings a new energy to all of us. The theme has been customized in line with our national priorities in implementing the Big Four agenda, which is manufacturing, affordable health care, housing, food security, and nutrition. Allow me to single out the commitment of His Excellency the President, Uhuru Kenyatta, and his government in supporting women empowerment. In fact, any event that we have had opportunity, he has always been at the forefront. In fact, the event we have today builds on what he asked us to do as a ministry. When we recognize the first trailblazers last year, he asked, why can't you make it an annual event? So working around the start, we realized then we should always have it, and I want also to promise that we are doing the second round with the partnership with the ICT, because we couldn't do it alone. We are having it the second year. We also want to commit ourselves. This yearbook that was published by ICT ends up to 2016. We want to go back and restart 2016 moving forward so that we can be able to launch the next International Women's Day. Because we have sat with our ministry, with the partners, and we have said we cannot just come to have an International Women's Day where just people come and sit. What do they take home? So today we are taking that yearbook, we are taking the new training curriculum, so we feel there is a value add in our time, spending our time here, so that as we celebrate, it's more of counting those gains. I am happy to report, Your Excellency, that since the last International Women's Day, the country's endeavor to realize the right to equal opportunities in all spheres for men and women, girls and boys, has been remarkable and remains on course, as indicated in the documentary that were presented here this morning. The ministry continues to put in place measures to eradicate all forms of discrimination among women and men. Overall, we continue to strengthen the policy framework to advance gender equality and women empowerment. And we now can be able to say in Kenya, we can see more women springing up to the best jobs possible in the world. It is like starting to feel normal. A long time ago, Your Excellency, we will not talk about women in aviation. Today we can talk about women in aviation in Kenya. We could not talk about women engineers. We could not talk about women in big businesses. And I'm always excited by Honorable Giro, who says women in businesses and women with big money. She talks about big money. So that should excite us. So we are at good space, and that's why we are celebrating. Your Excellency, the road to gender equality and women empowerment is long and bumpy, but we cannot miss an opportunity to celebrate women's achievement. We remain very hopeful that tomorrow will be a better day if we act now and we voice it out. So today, Your Excellency, as it has been said, we have to launch the new coffee book, which has got the story, a journey of 200 women, trailblazers. Each one of them is a story, but when you read them, and I'm happy through, of course, how we are devised by ICTCS, it will be online. Many people can access it, can read each story, and at the end of it say, what is common? What comes out in all this effort? And I'm sure that will help another woman who is maybe struggling on how to do better, how to improve, and how to build capacity in the sector that they are working. Of course, the whole issue of getting higher heights or leadership, especially in the political front, we have been told about the leadership curriculum that is going to be used as a tool to those who are interested in going in politics to be able to compete in a very difficult kind of terrain. But I always tell ladies and my friends that even if you don't go to politics, there is each one of us has a space. But whatever you do, do it to the best of your ability. Do as if nobody has ever done it, so that at the end of it, then you will feel some satisfaction because you have done, and I'm sure even all these trailblazers who are sitting here, Your Excellency, whatever they didn't do for themselves. Therefore, Your Excellency, today for me is a very emotional day, and I'm extremely happy with you. We launched those two particular publications. In conclusion, Your Excellency, I would like to single out the Beyond Zero, which is your initiative that is transforming social norms for the better health outcome and the well-being of women and children in this country. And above all, even being able to showcase it globally as CSW goes a long way to say this is an initiative, an innovation that can be replicated in other countries. We thank you, we congratulate you. Can we give her first reader a clap? Therefore, my very, very specific role was to invite Her Excellency, the First Lady, to give her remarks, and thereafter, we are going to ask her to launch, and thereafter also light a candle. So without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our chief guest today as we celebrate the International Women's Day, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Her Excellency Margaret Kenyatta. Please be upstanding. Can we clap for her? Moja, Biri, Tatu. Karibu sana.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, kindly be seated. I must say, amongst the trailblazers, there's so many of my mentors right here. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's with great pleasure that I join you here today to belatedly celebrate this year's International Women's Day. The month of March all over the world is a special month dedicated to women and girls. There have been many great events happening this month to celebrate women and girls' talents and achievements. It's also a season when we set aside time to reflect and take stock of the statues of women in the world and negotiate for better policies and measures that will help accelerate gender equality and foster women and girls' empowerment. Today we come together to dedicate this day for Kenya's women and girls. Let me first start by congratulating the Ministry of Public Service, Youth and Gender Affairs for their successful leadership in representing Kenya at the 63rd session of the Commission of the Status of Women, CSW 63. The tireless planning and collective investment of time and resources by the Kenya delegation, comprising of women from all walks of life, was evident through their unified voices on the rights for gender equality and women's empowerment through social protection, public services, and sustainable infrastructure development. The 2019 International Women's Day theme, Think Equal, Build Smart, and Innovative for Change, resonates well at both global and national levels. The theme places innovation at the center of development with far-reaching impact on gender equality and women's empowerment. Innovation unlocks opportunities by placing people at the heart of development, by building programs that empower their lives. I applaud the concerted efforts of our government through the ministries represented here today, universities, as well as the private sector. I acknowledge them for their investment, scientific research, and design of programs that inspire innovative ideas that will transform our ways of thinking, of doing business, and to create a culture of change. Innovative approaches that disrupt business as usual are central to removing the structural barriers to ensure that no woman and no girl is left behind. It encourages us to advance our thinking to address gender inequalities that hinder our national development goals, to achieve the United Nations SDGs, specifically Goal 9, that speaks to industrial innovation and infrastructure as a significant driver of economic growth. We have many examples of how innovation has transformed households and communities in Kenya. M-Pesa and Kenya Women's Finance Trust mobile banking has unlocked opportunities for millions of women in the rural setting across the country. Telemedicine has also saved the lives of many mothers and children in hard-to-reach remote areas. We celebrate our women and girls who have embraced innovation, who have contributed to new ideas in technology and science, and developed groundbreaking initiatives using the internet, mobile telephony, and other technologies for sustainable development. We celebrate our Kenyan women who are not only consumers of innovation, but also influencers of innovation, for providing real solutions using limited resources to improve women and girls' access to technology and infrastructure. We celebrate our girls who have refused to be left behind and boldly taken on science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and design subjects, working in innovation laboratories alongside our boys. I especially want to recognize the school of girls who came up with sensors for explosive devices, girls who produced mobile apps to fight female genital mutilation, and girls who developed sensors to alert and avert human-wildlife traffic conflict, amongst others. You have made us proud. It is in light of this that this year's International Women's Day celebration is also launching the book Pioneers and Transformers, The Journey of Women Trailblazers in Kenya. This book celebrates women of many firsts: mothers, wives, entrepreneurs, teachers, doctors, activists, conservationists, and politicians. It celebrates the journeys of women in different careers, incredible women who pursued their passions and trekked boldly where others feared to venture, our true trailblazers. It's an inspiring, encouraging, and empowering reminder that women have been involved at every stage of forging and building of this nation that we call our home. I congratulate all our women for their unyielding resilience and their courage, for your contribution and dedication to this country, to our communities, and to family. I laud the partnership between the Ministries of Public Service, Youth and Gender Affairs, and ICT for the remarkable milestone of documenting this valuable book. This book and this year's International Women's Day theme reminds us of the rights of women and girls so that we can thrive and live out our full potential. We're reminded of the urgency in achieving gender equality through social protection programs and policies that will empower our women and girls, especially those living in rural settings. I urge our eminent women celebrated here today to embrace this year's theme and generously participate in mentoring young women to undertake science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, courses in universities, encourage women to enroll in technical, industrial, vocational, and entrepreneurship courses, and organize seminars with a view to raising women's awareness on existing opportunities in industrial development. As I conclude, I wish to sincerely thank all of you for your support in this year's Beyond Zero Marathon. Your participation will help advance the improvement of maternal and child health outcomes in Kenya. Finally, I wish you all a happy International Women's Day celebration. May we live true to the theme, think equal, build smart, and innovate for change. I thank you, and God bless you all.
Can we give another round of applause to Her Excellency, the First Lady? Aitoshi, moja, mbili, tatu, funga, fungua. Thank you. At this point, thank you as you take your seats. At this point, Your Excellency will now proceed to the launch area, whereby the First Lady is going to launch the leadership training program. And at that point, allow me to invite with Her Excellency the CS, Professor Kobia, and Zebib Kavuma, Dr. Jennifer Riera, and the DG. Let us proceed for the first launch. And as we proceed there, we go and we wait. We stand there as I call Faith Kasuve, the Secretary of Gender, to read the citation before the launch. Just a minute, just hold it there. There is a citation coming on air right away.
Your Excellency, the first book that we launch is a curriculum on women's political leadership in Kenya. This curriculum is for women's political leadership in Kenya. It seeks to address the twin problem of unpreparedness and limited capacity for women seeking elective politics. The curriculum will ensure that in between general election, women are active and continuously engaged, and that their capacity to run for elective office is developed well in advance. This is a collaboration and a partnership of the Ministry of Public Service, Youth and Gender Affairs, the Kenya School of Government, Econet Africa, and UN Women. Your Excellency.
And now it is launched officially. And there it goes. Tupige makofi tafadhali, tupige makofi, tupige makofi. Tupige makofi tafadhali. And the book is launched, and there is a leadership training program. Her Excellency is now being presented by the copy of the books, by presenting the books to Professor Kobia. Thank you very much. Thank you, and then we are going to stand there for a photo shot. May I request the media team to move back a little? Let us just move back a little.